and welcome back to another festive episode of How Very Hannah. Let's roll the titles.
Once upon a time, there was a stagey girl with a big dream. She hoped, dreamed, and prayed to work at Tesco. Wait, someone's written this script wrong. Can we get a redo?
Take two.
I dreamed a dream that one day I would hit the stage. And so it seems that dream has come true. Whoa, whoa. Oh my God, you guys, it's really happening. My life has been changed for the better, and I'm seizing the day and spinning into the spotlight. How very slay, it's giving queen. How very cringe, get out my scene. It's beginner's call, the stage is set for me. How very Hannah, how very Hannah, how very Hannah, that's the name for my podcast show and your front row. So how very Hannah, hit the lights. How very Hannah, that's too bright. How very Hannah, that was alright. How very Hannah. Change. Okay, it's my podcast show. Let's go.
It's officially festive season. I'm feeling naughty. Who, me? That's what my top says. It's the Grinch. But anyway, I'm feeling slightly fangirl vibes because today's guest is someone who I've idolised for a very, very long time. You're all going to know who it is already from the thumbnail, from the title of the video. But I'm very, very excited to sit down and chat to musical theatre superstar and author and just general icon. She does it all. So without further ado, let me introduce my guest. Okay, screaming, crying, throwing up. Please welcome to the podcast, the one and only Carrie Hope Fletcher.
Hi.
Round of applause in the live studio. Welcome to How Very Hannah.
Thanks, this is so swanky.
It's such an honour to have you here. Oh my gosh.
It's good to be here. It's an honour to be here.
And in festive season. I feel like I relate you to festive season. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like you just give like festive, wholesome vibes.
Oh, I'll take that. I'm a Halloween person.
Okay.
That's my, yeah.
Close.
I love Christmas. I really love Christmas, but yeah.
Halloween's your vibe.
Yeah.
Well, Halloween is not quite the vibe of Elf.
No, it's not. It's really not. Although we were performing before Halloween even was
Really?
here. Yeah, it was bizarre.
Oh my gosh, so when did you start?
27th of October,
And you're running until?
January the 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So
At
it's like
least
an
it's not-
extra long panto.
It's not too far past Christmas though, because
Yeah.
like, you know, at the end of like pantos especially, you're like, Merry Christmas. Then once you pass Christmas, Happy New Year. You get past New Year and you're like,
What's
drive
the
home
point?
safe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then some pantos go on till end of Jan.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, hell and horror.
Yeah. It's a lot.
The panto schedule was not for the week.
No.
So we kind of just went straight into it, but for the audience, me acting like they don't know, they know. Currently, sure.
I'll take that.
Carrie is currently playing Jovi in Elf the Musical at the Aldwych Theatre. I went to see it. I loved it.
It's fun, isn't
It's
it?
so fun.
It's just such a happy show.
Yeah, it's very feel good.
Yeah.
Like the end, no spoilers, but the end is just guaranteed to make everyone be like,
Yeah.
like this. It's just,
Yeah, well,
it's
you start off
wholesome.
sort of like looking at the kids in the audience and see the kids like, Buddy the Elf, and like, you know, having a great time. By the end, you're watching the parents because they
Yeah,
turned
we're
into
like,
children as well. It's really sweet.
That's so true, actually.
Yeah.
Do you know what I absolutely loved was the ice skating.
Mhm.
So you're wearing roller skates,
Yeah,
right? But they look just like
rollerblades,
rollerblades.
yeah.
They look just like ice skates. And rollerblades, just the single line of,
Yeah. Terrifying.
that's tough.
really, really quite
Starlight
terrifying.
Express.
Honestly.
But harder, kind
yeah.
of.
Yeah, we had skate school every morning for the entire rehearsal period.
Oh
And
my gosh.
the amount of times I fell over is ridiculous.
I feel like there's a lot of like additional skills in the show because you've got the roller skating.
Yeah, well, Joel suddenly surprised me with juggling. I didn't know he could juggle. And they were like, can you juggle? Because you're going to have to do that with Christmas baubles. And he was like, yeah. Suddenly I was like, oh, okay.
Party trick.
This is a new thing I'm learning about you.
And also like, I mean, a kind of spoiler, but people know the elves, like they're having to like learn to do
Yeah.
it like on their knees. and
Yeah,
stuff.
they
Like,
went through quite a few different variations of knee pads to
Oh my
figure out which
gosh.
ones were like the industrial strength ones that they would need. for the
Yeah, I
show.
honestly watched that and thought, ow.
Yeah.
Like that.
Luckily,
looks
it's not for too
painful.
long, but it is like a full choreographed dance routine.
Yeah, and it's like running.
Yeah.
It's bad enough on legs, let alone like on the
On your
knees.
knees.
On legs, on feet. let alone
I
on
know
the
what you meant.
knees. I mean, you've just done a full-blown trek.
Yes.
How was that?
It's one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Really?
It was incredible. Like, there was 130 of us all trekking over, it ended up being over 100 kilometers.
In the Sahara?
In the Sahara, like 28-degree heat, which sounds, gorgeous and lovely when you're
By a
lying
pool.
in it by a pool, yeah, with a cocktail in your hand. But yeah, trekking in that heat when there's like no shade because it's just vast, empty desert.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, some of the conversations that we were all having and, the people that you meet and the reason that we're all there, because we were trekking for Copperfield, which is a breast cancer awareness charity.
Yeah, amazing
And
charity.
we've raised over £800,000 so far, and we've not even hit the deadline yet, which I think is December the 13th. So keep donating. Keep
Yeah,
sharing.
we'll leave a link to the donation in the show notes, in the description, won't we, Sophia? I'm like, yeah, we will. I'll do that. Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
And then you've gone straight back into the show, pretty much.
Yeah, going back in wasn't so bad. It was doing a show on the Friday. So we did press night on the Thursday.
Yeah.
Had another show on the Friday. Obviously didn't get home until like 11:30. Had to be at the airport at 4 a.m.
Right. So
That's the bit that I didn't think through. That was
Yeah.
hell.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
I bet. But also, like, you've got the adrenaline from press night, I
Yeah.
imagine, from the Thursday. And then,
Yeah, and meeting everyone as well.
Yeah.
And
And then Fridays, like, and then no sleep.
Yeah.
Oh. But you made it through.
yes.
And you're still here to tell the tale.
Yes.
And you've raised so
Just.
much money. Carrie's obviously played many roles. So I thought a fun way to kind of kick off the episode would be to do like a who would you rather?
Oh, fun. Okay.
But like, I didn't explain that very well. Just like this or that, you can pick one of the two.
Okay.
And
Oh,
we'll go
God.
through it from there.
oh, this is actually going to be harder than I expected it to be. Go on.
Jovi or Calamity Jane?
Oh, that's starting off with a really mean one. I'm going to have to say Calamity Jane. I love Jovi. She's a lot of fun, but she's barely on stage, babe.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Calamity Jane or Trudy Scrumptious?
Calamity Jane.
Calamity Jane or Eponine? Eponine or Veronica Sawyer?
Oh, Veronica Sawyer.
Veronica Sawyer or Wednesday Addams?
Oh, interesting. I'm going to say Veronica Sawyer.
Veronica Sawyer or Fontaine?
Veronica Sawyer.
Okay, Veronica Sawyer or Bad Cinderella?
Veronica Sawyer. I
do you
think
mean?
everyone saw that one coming. Yeah, definitely Veronica Sawyer.
So Veronica Sawyer is
the
up there.
hardest one there was Veronica Sawyer and Wednesday Addams.
Right, okay.
Because the two of them I just loved playing so much. And Veronica definitely came with a lot more challenges than Wednesday, because that's a beast of a role.
I mean, okay, let's get into it. So I feel like I need to say thank you to
God.
you in this moment, because I truly don't think Heather's would be what it is today if it wasn't for you and it
Aw.
wasn't your content. And like, I truly think Heather's coming to the UK and you making it such a big deal was like what made Heather's,
Aw,
which then
thanks.
inevitably is what made me and my career. So I feel like I
God.
have so many people to thank in my career, but you are definitely one of them.
That's so sweet.
But it's true.
Thanks.
I truly think that like
I got a red.
I'm gonna cry. No, I truly think that as someone who obviously has made YouTube videos for many years, like, so you're inspiring so many people, and I know you know that, but sometimes I feel like you need to hear it. Like, you've
is lovely
inspired
to
so
hear.
many people,
And it's lovely to hear from someone who's like, I consider a peer in the industry.
Yeah.
That really means a lot. Thank you.
No, of course. I think, I watched your Heather's videos, and I went to watch the show at the other palace, and I sat like third row with my sister, and we were way too close. Dared to go walking. I was like, ah!
It's the other palace. Every seat is way too
I know,
close.
it's very
Yeah.
close. We were sat third row. We could see like the hairs on people's arms and stuff like that. We were so close, and it was just the most iconic thing. And so to have also got an insight into what it was like to do a show like that from your YouTube videos was so incredible.
Oh,
and obviously,
thanks.
I've heard you speak before about the bootleg, the
Yeah.
famous Heather's bootleg,
Yeah.
the like off-Broadway version that went
Yeah.
super viral. And I'm convinced they kept that up because they were like, this is getting
Yeah.
people to know our show. No one knew
100%.
about it really before
Yeah,
then.
it was gold. Like, I don't know how many times because I was a fan of the show like 3 years before it came to the West End.
Because of the bootleg.
Because of the bootleg. And it was my mate Rob Houchin who messaged me and was like, oh my God, you've got to see the show. Would love to hear you sing X, Y, and Z. And yeah, I think I must have watched it like 10 times before I even,
Oh my
got
gosh.
a message through to say, do you want to audition?
Yeah, well,
So,
that's
yeah.
manifesting, kind of.
Right? Putting it out into the universe.
Yeah, and as much as bootlegs can be our worst enemy, for things like that, I guess. You know, you're introducing people
Yeah.
to the world of theatre, and it's not a great way to do it, obviously. We've now got lots more pro shots and stuff like that, but
it is accessibility. Like,
it very much
even
is.
pro shots, just, you know, there's so many people who can't get to the theatre either because of ticket prices or because of location. So having stuff like pro shots or doing like the cinema screenings that they do, like National Theatre are really good at doing
Love
cinema
that.
screenings. And
National Theatre at home, you
Yeah.
can now like watch.
yeah, and Broadway HD, I think, is another one. Like,
Yeah.
really amazing things like that. Just open up musical theatre to people who might not get a chance to come and see it. And, you know, bootlegs is obviously one way of doing that, but it's nice when there's like, you know, producers are on board with doing like an official version of it, which is amazing.
Like a legal version.
Yeah.
Legal fun. So, Veronica Sawyer, OG West End, off West End cast. You did it a couple times, right?
Well, we went from the Other Palace into
Yes.
Haymarket, yeah, pretty much straight
And
away.
how was that going from the small Other Palace into a big West End vibes?
It was really strange because the Other Palace, I think, is where it kind of belongs, like in that smaller, intimate space. And, you know, the audiences there were just electric.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like a mini rock concert. And the Haymarket is a very strange venue because it has its own sort of like clientele who go and watch whatever is on at the Haymarket. And it is very much a playhouse as well. So all of a sudden our audience very much changed from being like who the show is very much meant for to all those people coming to the Haymarket, but then being mixed in with a much older crowd who were very confused as to why they were sat next to people wielding mallets. So yeah, it was a very strange mix of people. And I think also the reviews that we got at the Haymarket as well were written by an older male audience who were like, why was I sat next to a screaming 17-year-old?
But we love that. We love the Cornuts for that reason because they're so enthusiastic.
That's what the show is. That's what the show is about. That's what the show is for. And, you know, Andy Finkman, like, his motto was always the audience is the fifth Beatle. That was always the thing he used to say to us.
He tried to prepare us as much as possible.
You can't
And we were
be
just
prepared
in
for
rehearsals
it.
being like, he was like, trust the process, guys. And we're like, I don't understand how that's going to land or that's going to work and why they're going to whoop at that moment. I don't get that. And then you get on stage and she goes, I at Berkeley or whatever it is she says, and someone in the audience goes, woo! And it's like, okay.
It's
When
Miss
Miss
Fleming.
Fleming's doing the
Yeah.
speech and she's like, I did a degree at Berkeley, and someone in the audience always says, woo!
Yeah.
And it becomes such a thing now
Yeah.
that sometimes it's like people go, ah! Like scream rather than just
Yeah.
woo. And I'm like, wait, that's not the point. But truly, it's like they've been employed to do that
Yeah.
woo. And
They are the
it's
fifth Beatle.
written in.
Yeah.
Like we're taught it like that.
It's becoming sort of like a mild version of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
Where there are moments where people just, they know what to do, they know what's coming, so they beat you to the punch.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Obviously, I've watched your Heather's vlogs on YouTube, and it seemed like so much fun. But we
Yeah.
all know like putting on a show, and especially a kind of new version of a show, can be difficult at
Yeah.
times. What are your like lasting memories from that show?
Oh my goodness. I mean, the main one is Jamie farting in rehearsals, but maybe we shouldn't talk about that. I mean, we've got to mention Jamie Moscato because he's one of my favourite people on the planet. And that was my first, well, I say this, that was my first show that I was in with him. But day one of rehearsals, I was like, oh my God, it's so good to meet you. And he was like, well, you know, after show. And I was like, what the hell is after show? Turns out I'd spent an entire evening with him and had completely erased it from my memory.
Oh, no.
I know, I felt so bad. We laugh about it now. But yeah, he used to have this like, it was sort of like Celebrity Juice, you know, the TV show Celebrity
Yeah.
Juice, but for musical theatre. And it was at the Hippodrome Casino.
Oh my god!
And it was like a panel show. So the night that I was on it, we did 3 people from Les Mis, 3 people from Chorus Line. And then it's like, and it was Jamie and Simon Lipkin.
No way.
Yeah, and they used to host it, and we used to do like stupid games.
Bring
like,
it back.
The game that we played was called Bring Him Gnome. And they painted 2 like garden gnomes, one like glittery and gold for Chorus Line, one red, white, and blue for Les Mis. Hid them in the audience, and then we had to like run out into the audience and try and find them. I still
That's
have that gnome
hilarious.
on my shelf, like
Do
pride of
you?
place, in
oh
my office.
gosh,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. I
Yeah.
feel like that would be so popular right now.
I know, they need to
do
bring
it
it back.
again, film it. Perfect.
Yeah.
You've got a concept there.
Yeah, but I spent that entire I have a vlog of me kissing Jamie on the cheek, like meeting him, like completely erased it from my brain. So yeah, day one of
That's
rehearsals,
so
I was like,
funny.
so good to meet you. Can't wait to work together. He was like, apart from after show. Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
What?
And you're like, yeah, of course.
Nod and smile.
This is
yeah.
why I always try to just say, so good to see you.
So good to see you. I
I've
do that
learned
all the
this.
time.
Yeah.
Yes, 'cause
So good to see you because
as
you don't
soon
know
as
if
you
it's-
say meet you, they're like, we've met before.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, I meet lots of people
Yeah.
and I can't. And also I feel like a lot of people have parasocial relationships with us that maybe we don't even know about.
Yeah.
So obviously we make content and our faces and our names are out there and we share a lot about ourselves
Yeah.
and people feel like they know us. So if they come up to us in the street and say, hey, as if like they're my bestie. I'll just be like, hi.
Well, sometimes people
and
forget.
I forget.
Sometimes
I
people
forget.
think, oh, I know that person's face. We must know each other in real life.
And then they're like,
and
oh.
even they've forgotten. And they're like, oh my God, hi, how are you? What you like? What you are? And you're like, oh yeah, cool. Me thinking like, I definitely,
every
I
brain
must,
cell.
yeah, like going through the file of facts in my brain of like everyone that I know or everyone that I've ever met. And then I suddenly realised halfway through, I'm like, oh, we're doing that. Okay, I'm with you now.
Yeah. And also, I'm an oversharer very often.
Me too.
Like, I'll be sat on the tube on the way home from a show and someone will start talking to me and I'll speak to them like they're my bestie and I tell them everything. I'm like, what's your next job? Oh, yeah. It's... And I'm like, no, Hannah,
Can't
stop.
do that.
And
Yeah.
I really recently, I've had to really tell myself, Hannah, you need to just like stop telling everyone everything and just like,
Yeah.
just be,
It is hard
you know,
though. It is hard.
It is tough. I mean, you've been working in the industry from the age of
5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's earlier than I even thought.
Yes, my first stage show was when I was 7, but I did like adverts and stuff leading up to that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe this is right, but you played young Eponine.
Yep.
Eponine.
Yep.
I don't want to say old Eponine, like
Yeah.
regular old Eponine.
Yeah.
And Fontaine
Yeah.
in Les Mis. Do you feel
Yeah.
like this is like your show? Do you know what I mean? Like your show, your home show.
Yeah. And it feels like we just did the 40th anniversary and even just getting the invite to come back and like be part of the evening was one thing, but to be asked to like sing again and be part of that like epic mashup of Fontaines and Eponines and this time singing the other side of it because the last time we did was the 30th anniversary, which was when I was actually in the show playing Eponine. And now this time I was singing like, it's just mad. Like it is the show where I feel, not to sound but you know, like it's where I feel the most at home.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, and it's an amazing production because they've kind of been able to create that. Like it's such a well-oiled machine. It is a bit of a revolving door. Like once you're in it, there's always sort of that opportunity to maybe go back to play a different role or to go back for like the, you know, the anniversaries and stuff. I just love it. I honestly think I'm Les Mis' biggest fangirl.
I love that though.
Yeah.
I feel like we have to be enthusiastic about the shows we're in sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think like Les Mis is one of these like staple musical theatre
Yeah.
shows that like everyone dreams of being in.
And I've been
It's
on the other
iconic.
side of it as well, where you're in a show and you're like, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
a bad show. And
I'm having to pull it out of from
Yeah.
somewhere.
yeah, I've had that a couple of times where I'm like,
When,
oh,
Carrie?
Oh God.
Tell us. So Les Mis from a child, and obviously we'll talk about your brother. Your brother also musical theatre icon currently. I
Yeah.
mean,
and he started off in musical theatre.
Really?
He played
Like-
Oliver in Oliver at the
Stop.
Palladium in 1994.
okay, so he kind of started in musical
Yeah.
theatre, made the move to music, McFly, and then is in a way coming back to musical
Yeah.
theatre with Paddington.
Well, I think he realised sort of
Well, with more
in
as
his
well.
in his teens that just the acting thing wasn't really for him, but
Yeah.
the music thing definitely was. And I always knew, like, it was when I was about 16, we started writing a musical together and got really enthusiastic about it.
What was it called?
It was called Welcome to England.
Ooh.
And yeah, and it was great fun. And, you know, I ended up leaving sixth form to like pursue it because it sort of snowballed a little bit. We ended up meeting Steven Spielberg because of it. Like it was a little bit wild for a while there. And yeah, so I always knew that at some point he'd get back into musical theatre in some way, shape or form because it is like one of his biggest passions.
Yeah, and he's been doing lots, but I feel like Paddington is the thing that's like the big thing right now.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
Not yet. I'm seeing press night on the 30th. So this weekend. Oh my God, this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait.
I mean, even just the videos of the bear, I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't. I think I would combust if I watched that.
Well, I
in
remember my
person.
brother just showing me like rehearsal videos
Yeah.
and it looked like AI. And he was like, no, that's just the bear. That's Paddington. I was like, I don't understand what I'm seeing. Like, I don't understand how that's like not an AI video, that is something that you were actually in the room
That
with.
is
I don't understand.
mental.
Don't
That is
understand.
mental. I feel like a lot of the time on social media, especially, it's very noisy, the conversation about how people make their way into musical theatre and how maybe less traditional routes. I don't know. I don't know how to speak about it, but
No.
like, I face it sometimes as well with the whole
Yeah.
TikTok thing. And I feel like you probably do too, with your brother and
Yeah.
with all of that. What's your take on that? Like what?
It's hard. And I've learned the very hard lesson, which I still have to sort of teach myself over and over again, is that people have made up their minds.
Yeah.
People have made up their minds. And no matter what you say, you are talking to people who will purposefully misunderstand you, no matter what. And so you just have to give in. You just, like, you know the truth. You know what your journey was. You know what your backstory was. And you just have to leave these weirdos to it.
Yeah, let it go, I guess.
Let it go. Honestly, my life is frozen at the moment. My daughter just got into a frozen phase, and that's literally all that's running around my head 24/7. I'm so sorry. I just realised that there's no context for me just singing "Let It Go" in the middle of a podcast.
No, you're in a safe space to be doing that.
God.
It's okay.
But yeah, you just have to let them think whatever they're going to think.
Let them.
Because they're going to...
Have you read that?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So let them theory, because they are going to think it regardless of what you say, regardless of how much energy and time you pour into trying to convince them otherwise.
And in a way, I guess it's not our responsibility to really teach them otherwise or even... And also waste our energy on
you just kind of want to go, what do you want? Like, what do you want from this conversation? Do you want me to say that I'm going to give up what I'm doing? Like what is your end goal?
So true.
Like, because either I say, I understand that, maybe social media has, given me a massive platform, and, having a brother who would repost all of my video, anything that I did online, which then gave me a much bigger audience than someone who didn't have a brother in McFly. Like, yeah, I understand all of that. And that is something that I am very much am happy to talk about, I don't know what the word is, but like, I very much own that. I'm aware of that and I own that. But like, what else do you want other than me saying I understand that and I own that? Do you want me to quit? Like, is that where we're going with this? You want me to quit and just like hand over my career to somebody else? And I like, so I'm like,
get that.
I don't know what more I can do. And the only thing that I can do is acknowledge the privileges that I've been afforded in life and sort of promise to use my platform for good.
I think often if people were in the same position, they would take the opportunities that they get.
100%. There would be no question.
Yeah, so it's tough sometimes when people say, well, it's not fair that, they get these opportunities or they get to do everything and they've managed to get themselves in this position. And it's like, but if you were in this position, you would... snap their people's hands off to do X, Y, Z. And
I also think, like, when it comes to social media, everyone can have an Instagram.
Yeah.
Everyone can make videos. It's not like you or I had an open invitation that was like private and only we were allowed to make YouTube videos or TikTok videos at that time. You know what I mean? Like, anyone can make these videos, and the fact that my YouTube channel took off, or I managed to catch it when YouTube was like the thing that YouTube was around. Like, I mean, I'm literally a YouTube dinosaur now, but
no, you're not.
Like back in my day, like when YouTube first, like when vloggers were a thing, like I very much caught the first wave of that when YouTubers were on the front covers of like magazines and they were on TV everywhere, and YouTube is kind of not died out, but it's very different now, and it isn't, it's kind of old school. TikTok is like the new thing.
No, but I love YouTube. I feel like YouTube is like comfort to me. And I also just think long form videos allows people to know the real us a lot. And I think a lot of the time when I love obviously TikTok and Instagram, don't hate me. I love TikTok and Instagram and the short form platforms, but I do think people are so quick to make assumptions about you based on that, because the video is about having a hook and engaging people and making sure that people watch past 3 seconds and it being over, and it's all kind of algorithm in the game. Whereas YouTube, I remember I saw a comment once on one of my TikToks, it's like, she's so annoying all the time. And I'm like, guys, I'm not like this all the time. Like, if you watched my YouTube, yes, I am annoying. I'll take that. But if you watch occasionally, but only like 23 hours a day. Yeah. No, but if you watch the longer form stuff, you'll see that I'm not super positive and confident and happy all the time, like I do appear in, sometimes in the Insta and TikTok. And I think it's for me, YouTube's a platform where I can show my true self and actually, not that the TikTok and Instagram isn't my true self, but it's just like an extended,
it's the highlight reel.
Heightened like version of me.
Yeah.
So I personally love YouTube.
Yeah.
And I saw something on your story this morning that was like, do people watch YouTube still? And I'm like, yes, we do, Carrie. We want all vlogs,
good,
please.
Good. Noted.
YouTube vlogs.
But yeah, like, the both of us, we didn't have private written invitations to start making our content. Anyone can do it. And the fact that we've, I've been doing it for, like 13 years now, making YouTube videos. Like, it's taken a long, long time to get to this point. And it took, making however many TikTok videos before your first one suddenly went viral and went, So it's that thing of sort of like, don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, you can definitely hate the fact that social media is, where things are moving, and that's why, certain people get more of an advantage. Like, you can definitely hate that, but you can't have a go at the people who are using that to their advantage, because literally anyone can do it. And if you don't want to play the game, you don't have to, but you can't have a go at the people who are.
Yeah. And I think if more people actually tried to do it themselves, they would maybe realise that
how hard it is.
Yeah.
And how much work goes into it.
Yeah, and we're so aware that it's not the hardest job in the world, and like there's so much else going on in the world, but like it's not easy. It's not like, oh yeah, anyone can just pick up a camera and film. Yes, they can, but can they do it well? Can they do, you know? And I think
it takes a lot of time to hone those skills and to learn how to edit those videos and to, you know, figure out the algorithms of every app going. And like it takes a lot of time and a lot of research to do those things.
Yeah.
And like you said, there will always be someone who turns around and goes, well, have you tried being a doctor? Have you tried being a nurse? And it's like, no, but it doesn't mean that this isn't a skill.
Yeah, and it's a really important skill. And I think because now things are moving a lot more online and social media, and a lot more companies are using those to market shows and to market products and stuff like that, it's important that we value it as a job and as a skill because
it is now.
Yeah, and you know, if producers or anyone are thinking it's so easy, just, you know, just put a little reel up for us, will you? And it's like, it's not that easy. It takes time, and you know, everyone else gets paid an hourly rate for doing X, Y, Z. So like, we, you know, it's important that we're valued.
Yeah, and it's funny when you see like how theatre is embraced it, because back when grandma was in Les Mis, like I was banned from taking my camera backstage because it was, and the only presence that Les Mis had on social media was a Twitter account, and it was like one person in the cast got the password and then they would just do a takeover for the week, and that was literally it.
What, just words?
Yeah, just words, babe. Literally just words. Maybe
No
the occasional picture.
Ooh.
But yeah, and you know, they were like, you can't take your camera backstage. You can't give away the secrets of the oldest show in the West End. Yeah, you can't like film anything backstage. And then I remember having a conversation with John Caird, who was like one of the original directors who would come back like every cast change, and it was maybe like my second cast change that I was doing, and he was like, oh, I hear you have a YouTube channel, and you know, YouTube's the new big thing. And I was like, yeah, and he was like, well, just out of curiosity, how many people watch? And at the time it was like 250,000 people, and he just sort of stared at me, and like now in the grand scheme of things, like 250,000 people doesn't sound like a lot, because social media,
that's loads.
But yeah, and also it's, to someone who doesn't use social media, he literally stared at me and went, that's the population of some small countries.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, how many times would they have to sell out the theatre to reach that many people?
And the following week, suddenly the ban on my camera was lifted. Yeah.
To the lens cap off.
Yeah, all of a sudden they were like, yeah, you can film whatever you like.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I do think, obviously, they have to keep some sort of like rules and regulations. I think it's coming in more now, but I think a lot of shows are realising that.
Embracing it.
Do you know who I wish did it more? Wicked. And I'm going to say it. I feel like Wicked are really intense when it comes to what people can and can't share. They're like, you can't show your mics in the pictures. So in Wicked, they have to edit out, airbrush, that's the word. I was like, edit. They have to airbrush out their mics in all their pictures because they can't be seen on social media. And I just think
that's so interesting. I didn't know that.
It's bizarre. I think that is bizarre. Me, never going to get cast in Wicked. Great.
I think Book of Mormon are quite strict as well, because they also never perform at West End Live for whatever reasons. I don't know what the reasons are, but yeah, I think they're also quite strict.
Oh my gosh, West End Live. Have you performed at every West End Live?
No, I can't remember how many times. I've done it quite a lot.
Because I've never actually performed at West End Live.
Have you not?
No, I've only ever spoken. I know, and everyone's like, you don't want to.
No, I love West End Live, and it's an incredible event. The fact that it's free is like amazing. It is incredible. And do you know what? The sound last year was impeccable.
Was it?
Yeah, but I've had a few moments the outside sound and weather. I
mean, even just, I did like a backstage cam. Like it was the least stressful thing, really.
Sure.
We had like we were meant to be interviewing the cast of Wicked, and then last minute they were like, no interviews. And I was like, all right. We had a whole section planned, and I was like, what am I going to do? The camera was coming over to me, and I just sang this is my outfit.
Brilliant. Love it.
But as I was singing it, I could hear, it was really tragic. I was backstage singing it, and then like I could hear it coming out from the speakers in Trafalgar Square really loudly, and it was like, this is my outfit, off. And it stressed me out so much. And someone recorded it and put it on TikTok, and then I think they had to turn their comments off, and I know that's always a bad sign. Yeah. When the comments are turned off, I'm like, oh, they went ham.
Yeah.
Luckily they'd been turned off before I saw them, because I am prone, and you'll tell me off this, but I am prone for having a little look in the comment section. We're only human, Carrie. It's really tough, isn't it? Because like sometimes I'll sit on a train and I'll click on my notifications and I'll see a nasty comment about myself in my notifications, like the nerve and the gall and the gumption. And I'll look around the train carriage and be like, no one else has had to read that about themselves this morning. I mean, in general, some of them might have, but like, it's just a bizarre feeling to
It's-
have people who do not know you form opinions and say nasty things to you on your platform.
Yeah, it's like someone walking up to you on the train and just saying what they've just written about you. It's like no one would ever in their right minds do that. And if they did, everyone in the train platform would be like, who do you think you are?
throwing punches.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, do you know what? On my way here, I was listening to these two women on the train, like tear the people in Strictly down. And I was like, oh my God, I'm friends with some of them and it's taking everything in me.
If Amber Davis's name comes into their lips.
Across the train platform. But it's fascinating because I was like, what if I did just lean over and say, the people you're talking about are real people.
Yeah.
They're not cartoon characters.
I've got their numbers. Do you want to tell them that to their face?
Yeah, do you want me to call one? Like, shall I get whoever it is up on FaceTime?
So
and
true.
you know what I mean? And it is fascinating that we do, like, it's like parasocial relationships and this idea that we watch real people on TV, but because they're on TV, we think of them as fictional characters or cartoon characters that don't actually hear any of this or see any of this or feel anything about this. And it's just, it is bizarre.
It's bizarre. But like in general, I always think this as well, like in general, I'll get like 100 nice comments and then I'll get one nasty one and that'll be the one that sticks in my mind and I'll never forget.
My husband always says it's the red dot on the wall. Like if you just painted like a white wall, like you won't go, oh my God, I painted all of it so nice. You go, oh my God, there's one bit that I missed.
It's weird that we let that like kind of get to us, but also like I think that's natural.
Yeah, of course it is.
And I do think they talk about it in the Let Them Theory book, isn't it? It's like it's natural to have a natural human reaction to things like that because it's not normal experience to have.
I think apparently it's also like a primal thing.
Really?
Yeah, because of course you're going to focus on the threat. You're going to focus on the thing that's negative because you feel like that's the threat to you and your peace and your happiness and your calm and your family and your space. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When I was like first starting out with the TikToks, I used to screenshot every bad comment and I'd save them all in an album on my phone. And if I was feeling like really self-destructive, I'd just read them.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's mad.
And I don't do it anymore. Sometimes if I see a nasty comment, I'll screenshot it because I'm like, that's quite funny. And I'll send it to my friend.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, lol.
Yeah.
Because they think they know something about me or about my life.
And you
I'm
can
like,
just laugh
that's
about
funny.
it. Yeah. No, but I used to do the same. I used to search my name all the time.
Oh my gosh.
And it was almost like I was looking for people to say the worst thoughts I'd had about myself in order to feel sort of like validated in a way.
Yeah.
It's very strange. It's very,
Majority of the people are lovely.
Of course, the 99%
But-
absolutely are, but it's the 1%. It's the threat. You focus on them for some
Yeah,
reason.
it's the threat and we're like this.
Yeah.
Hannah's Hotline. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh, it's ringing. Quick, Carrie, get it.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I'd like to know, how do you keep your nerve in between contracts?
Oh, great question.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
We'll get back to you, Dom.
Okay, yeah. Hold the line.
You can put it. You can
All
put
right,
it
I'll
down
put it
if you
down.
want. Yeah, we'll get back to you, love. Don't worry, love.
A minute.
Well, I actually feel like I've had quite a long wait from when I finish 6 to when I start my next contract. And truly, when they say hold the nerve, is this like kind of get on with things? I feel like the first couple of months out of a contract or even weeks can be you're not really focusing on the next thing because you're kind of getting over the contract before.
Post-show blues,
Post-show blues. It's like I'm sitting on a sofa for months, maybe weeks. And then after a while, it's like you're focusing on new things. So I've had like a couple months of kind of not thinking about it at all. And I do feel quite out of the loop.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think between when you're in a job and you're around stagey people all the time and you're all talking about like what you're auditioning for. And actually it's really nice because you have other people you can ask for advice and I was thinking of singing this for my audition. Like, what do you think? And stuff like that, which is sometimes really nice. But when you're not in a show, you can feel really just like disconnected from the industry.
Very isolated, yeah.
So I do struggle with that. I don't know how I keep my nerve.
I think it also depends on like whether when you leave a job, if you have something like booked and it's just a while before like when you're waiting for it, or if you're leaving a job having nothing in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Because that's way worse because you're like, oh God, I'm never going to work again.
Yeah.
I'm never going to work again. Like, and I think that happens like no matter how successful you are in the industry, if you leave a job and you don't have something lined up, everyone thinks, and that's the end of my career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone just sort of goes, and that's the end of that chapter.
Yeah.
I'm now a plumber. You know what I mean?
But it's so normal to have gaps.
Yes.
You know, some people jump in job to job to job and that's amazing. But that's not like
It's not normal.
a standard.
Yeah.
Like it's normal to have time in between
Yeah.
and to be working part-time jobs and to be doing lots of auditions.
And I think
stuff
it
like
wouldn't
that.
be as bad if it wasn't for social media, because you have everyone going, so what's next?
Yeah.
Everyone asks that question. As soon as you're nearing the end of the contract, everyone wants, it's lovely because everyone wants to see you in something else and everyone wants to, support you and buy tickets to the next thing you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's that dreaded question of, so what comes next?
Yeah, when I finished in 6, actually, it was a bit of a weird one because the contract finished in Feb and it was a 1.5-year contract. And then they asked us all, if we were to offer an extension, would you want to stay? Most of us said, no, thank you.
I'm good.
And I think that's hard for people to understand
Yeah.
why when you're in a job, you might decide that that's the end. So when I announced that I was finishing in 6, at the end of my contract, people were like, have you heard Hannah Lowther was fired from 6? And I was like, guys.
The other day I was on TikTok and the search bar that comes up at the bottom and it's like filled with things that people have searched about you. Carrie Hope Fletcher fired from Elf.
What?
I was like, I literally dressed as an elf at the time of reading this. Like, what?
Sometimes mine is Hannah Lowther controversy.
Oh,
or Hannah
always.
Lowther rude. And I'm like, people are just looking for like the bad in me all the time. It's quite scary.
Yeah, they've not actually heard anything. They're
Yeah,
just
but they're
hoping
just like,
something
I was
comes up when
wondering
they
if she's
search
ever
that.
been rude.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe, I don't know. So I found leaving 6 and people making up rumours that was like I'd been fired was so bizarre because I'm like,
It's just
I don't,
bonkers.
and I didn't know if I had said yes, I'd like to stay, would they have wanted me or not? Like, it was never a conversation. So I couldn't be like,
But the
no,
thing
I
is,
asked to stay and they didn't want me.
This is where you can never win. Because
Yeah.
if you were leaving, obviously she got fired. If you were staying, well, she can't get anything else.
Yes, it's very that.
You cannot ever win. And this
Yeah.
thing, you just have to give up trying to win and just live the life you want to
Yeah.
live. Because again, the people who are going to misunderstand you they will always will.
They will do it anyway.
They will do it regardless of what you tell them.
So between contracts, in answer to the question, we're just trying our best. We're all just trying
Yeah,
our
we're
best.
all just
out
living day by day, crossing our fingers and praying.
Very that.
Yeah.
I think also sometimes people think going from job to job, and it sounds so privileged, and I'm so aware of that, is like what everyone wants to do. But often, some people want a little bit of a break in between and a chance to not focus on something as big as a show and a new rehearsal process and stuff
I
like
also think
that.
because our job is so odd in terms of like annual leave and like holiday and stuff. Like when you have a job where you're in it for, you've got your job and that's it until you get fired or you decide to quit. You get a certain amount of holiday, a certain amount of annual leave. Sometimes if you're doing short contracts, you can go with no holiday.
Yeah.
Unless you willfully say, once this contract's finished, I don't want anything for the next 3 months.
And it's hard to do, right? It's
It's
hard to call up your
terrifying.
agent and say, hi, just so you know, I'm taking a month off or even a week off to go on holiday. And it's like, because things will always typically come up in that week that you've got booked off. And it's so hard. I remember when I was like, just graduate. I hadn't even graduated yet from Conti's, and I was going to, I didn't even think I was being put up for auditions.
Right.
And I was going to Ireland with my family because I've got loads of family in Ireland. And about to go, and then my agent calls me and says, you've got an audition for Greece on Royal Caribbean and they really want to see you. And in my head I'm thinking, they want to see me, like this is my first audition. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, well, I'm meant to be going to Ireland. And he was like, well, can you cancel it? And I was like, I'm not with this agent anymore, by the way. So, and I was like, well, I guess I could, but like, it's the Easter holidays I was still training. Like, I didn't really want to audition, but he was like, they're really desperate to see you. And I was like, okay. So I cancelled my holiday, walked in, was honestly in and out the room in maybe 20 seconds. Walked in, sang my like 16 bars and then left, didn't hear anything. And I was like, Mom, can you book me a flight? So I got the next flight out. But I just think it's typical, things come up in that time and you kind of just have to live your life. If I could go back and say to myself, Hannah, do not cancel that flight. Just carry on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you have to like weigh up these things, I guess. Because
I've missed funerals.
Oh, wow.
I've missed funerals because of the job, because they were like, you can't have the day off.
Yeah.
I mean, you do at the show. And I, if I could go back, I'd be like, I'm going.
I'll call in
Bye.
sick if I have to. Yeah.
See ya. Like as if this is more important than actual life. And I've had like a massive shift in that mindset recently of like, I very much in my early 20s I was living to work and now I'm very much working to live.
That's great.
Yeah. And it's really hard, and sometimes I have to remind myself that life isn't about your job. And it's hard when you love your job and your job has been your everything for so long. But yeah, making that shift it's so valuable and so amazing. But yeah, I do have to remind myself sometimes.
Do you think that's come along with having Mabel?
Yeah. I think I was already like in that shift, especially after COVID. I think that sort of shifted everyone's perspective slightly on life and family and, you know, time spent with loved ones. But yeah, definitely since having Mabel, because now nothing comes before her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course it doesn't. She's my little baby girl. And if something doesn't serve her or us as a family, it's a strong no from me.
Yeah. In a way, it kind of makes a decision.
It takes it out of my hands a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah. But it is really hard when suddenly like a dream role comes along and you're like, oh my God, how do I, like doing Waitress next year?
Yeah, I was just thinking dream role, Jenna.
Yeah. And, you know, they asked me to do the entire tour. And I think the tour doesn't end until like January 2027. And I was like, I've just come off the back of Calamity Jane. And I just like, we thought that was going to work. That when we had loads of plans in place, she was going to come with me for it. And it just didn't work the way that we thought it was going to work. So I was like, I just can't tour for that long. So that's why I'm only doing like the first like little like 3 months at the beginning, because that was like, we can make that work.
Yeah, and
for
that's
12
incredible
weeks,
that
we
they've-
can do that.
that
And
they've made
it
that
is
work.
amazing that
Yeah.
they've made that work. And yeah, I think the industry is sort of taking steps towards like doing things for working parents. And but yeah, that's definitely one of the ones where I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah, and because Jenna's been like a dream role, right?
Yeah.
You've got OG videos of you like singing.
Yeah, I
on
auditioned
YouTube.
for it when it came to the West End. Yeah, I originally auditioned for Dawn, and I'm just not a Dawn. And they were like, yeah, you're not a Dawn. And they'd originally said that I was too young to audition for Jenna, which is why I was auditioning for Dawn in the first place. And then they were like, go on, we'll see you for Jenna. Got down to the finals. And then as I was leaving my final for Jenna, they were like, yeah, they love you. Can you come back and audition for Dawn tomorrow? And I was like, oh my God, I
How
can't
many
do
times I have to tell you?
I was like, ah. So I literally went back that evening to audition
Wow.
for Dawn and then got a no for both.
Oh,
I was like, oh my God.
But it was meant to be. It must have
Exactly.
been.
Yeah. And, you know, I feel like I was 25 at the time of auditioning before. I definitely was too young to play Jenna, and
Yeah.
I'm just not a Dawn at all. I just don't think that's my casting. So,
I'd
yeah.
love to play Dawn.
You'd be such
But
a
I'm
good
not
Dawn.
a Jenna. That's the thing. It's weird, isn't it, that we kind of know. We
Yeah.
kind of feel that.
Well, you just know what your casting is, and
Yeah.
you know where you feel right
Yeah.
in certain roles. But yeah, the fact that I'm, you know, now 33 and I've got a baby of my own, and sort of, you know, I have the lived experience that Jenna has at the end of the show.
Yeah,
It's
oh
gonna.
my gosh.
I don't know how I'm gonna get through Everything Changes. That's gonna be.
I don't know how I'm going to watch it.
Oh God. But no, it feels like now's the right time.
Yeah, oh my gosh, for sure.
Confessions of a Drama Queen.
Hi guys, I played Heather Chandler. I'm guessing, I wonder if this is professional production.
I would love that.
Can you imagine? It's
Is it
Maddie.
Jodie?
It's Maddie Firth. I played Heather Chandler, but I'm not naturally mean. Well, it's not Maddie Firth because she's naturally nasty. No, I'm kidding. Joking. Don't quote that. She's lovely. I played Heather Chandler, but I'm not naturally mean. I tried doing her walk and ended up looking like a confused flamingo.
Oh.
How do you find your inner queen bee? Ooh, interesting. I think playing the baddie or the meanie is sometimes everyone's favourite thing to do.
It's more fun.
It's more fun.
It's so much more fun.
Out of all three Heathers, I always preferred Heather Chandler because it was just way more, and I'm more of a Mac as a human, I think, but Heather Chandler was just the most fun.
Yeah.
Have you played any baddies?
I've played a panto villain, which is
Oh,
like a
is that
baddie to like the
Caraboss?
nth degree. Yeah.
Carrie Boss.
Carrie Boss. Yeah.
I like that.
And it is just more fun. I think it's because you're playing something that, you know, if you aren't a nasty person, you're playing something that's so far away
Yeah.
from what you are naturally, which, you know, makes it sort of more outlandish, and you know, you're doing something that you've never really done before, which takes a little bit of practice. And I remember like, they're like, okay, she does an evil laugh here. I'd be like, ha 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 ha. Like the first try, I was like, ha ha ha. And then once you've like find it and you get into it, it's like my favorite part of the show, doing this big like maniacal laugh, like that's like echoed and put loads of reverb on it.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
it's
I
like
love
so much
that.
fun.
I think you kind of have to take the mic. I think when I think about singing really high, this is random, but if I think about singing really high and reaching a note, my singing teacher will be like, just pretend like you're an opera singer.
Yep.
Like act like you're like, and take the mic.
Yeah.
No offense to opera singers out there, but like take the mic out of what you think that is, like a caricature version of an opera singer, and like you're thinking about a caricature version of a mean girl, and try and like channel that into your performance. I would think.
Yeah.
Because everyone, you know, when we're playing roles, we're not actually that role, you know, unless you're doing a show like, I always use Six as an example because I'm not really playing Catherine Howard, you know, I'm playing my version. So it is very much based off of us as humans. But when you're playing any role, I guess, you're not playing yourself. So like you're having to act. So basically, just act. Just pretend. Find someone at your school.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a school production or something. But like find someone at your school who's like the most mean, nasty person and just pretend like you're them.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way forward.
Definitely. And it's so weird. I do that with the singing thing as well. Sometimes when I'm like, oh, finding it really hard to reach this note. If you then listen to the person do it on like the cast recording or something and just pretend you're them, all of a sudden it flies out.
Me.
It's so weird.
Pretending I'm Carrie. I say no.
It's a mental. Sometimes it's like a mental block, though.
Yeah, you're so right. Oh, Carrie, whilst
Yes.
I've got you, I want to show you my quiz book
So exciting.
that
She's an author.
you were featured in.
Shut up. I'm not.
You are. Just wait. Okay, so I feel like you're featured a couple times, but my favourite bit is the child stars section. You're like, out of all the jobs I've done.
No, I love that.
And I remember for being a child star. No, where is it? You're an author.
I am indeed.
Oh my gosh. How many books have you written?
9.
9 books?
Yeah.
And all fiction books?
8 of them are fiction.
And one of them's like
Non-fiction, yeah.
biography?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Do you think you'll write another biography one day?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to have to like publish it right before I die. Just because like, I know I'm going to have to like really like plan that out because some of the stories I've got, I'm like, I can't be alive if that gets published. I need to just like press publish and then, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, all this here about Bad Cinderella. Bye. Joking. Okay, where is it? It's like child start. Okay, 253. If anyone's got the book at home, spoiler! There's a section called Child Stars. And basically, I give you the name of the show, the name of the character, the year, and the person's initials.
Amazing.
So yours is obviously... Where the heck is it? You're going to tell me it's wrong.
Can you imagine?
You need a fact check on that too bad. It's already published. Okay, so Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Jemima Potts, 2002, CHF.
Yeah, that is
CHF.
me. That is me.
The iconic initials. Shall I give you some of the others and see if you can guess them?
Yeah, oh God, go on.
Okay.
I'm going to be terrible at this.
13,
Yeah,
Charlotte,
yeah,
2008,
yeah.
AG.
Ariana Grande. Yeah.
Speed.
I love that soundtrack.
Yeah. I've not listened to it.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it's
13,
so good.
done, I want a Wonder Bra. 13. That's all I know.
It's so good.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
she in the soundtrack?
Everything Charlotte says is a lie. It's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie. It's so good. It's so good. You have to listen
Is
to
Ariana
it.
Grande in the cast recording?
Yeah, I think so. I think she was OG cast, yeah.
Stop. How many cast recordings are you in?
What's hysterical is that I'm in the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang cast recording and you can't get it anywhere. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I
Wait, is it
know.
not on Spotify?
No. Because obviously I've checked.
No.
And what's
Oh my
hysterical is
gosh.
that
What's the point of them doing one if you can't get it anywhere?
because it's old now, like no
Oh.
one cares. Like it's 2002, you know what I mean? But
I care.
I think you can still buy the CD.
Okay.
If anyone has a CD player. But yeah, and it's hysterical because in Truly Scrumptious, I sound like an idiot because I go, sugar, plum, cinnamon, and lemon. I sing it like that and it always makes me laugh.
I feel like you need to bring it back. Have you
Someone will find it
Yeah,
now.
you might. Yeah,
Someone
someone
will
in the
be able to
comments,
find it.
please find it. Lemon tits.
Lemon tits.
Okay, here's another one. Mary Poppins.
Yeah,
Michael Banks.
yeah.
2005. RM.
Robert Madge. Because my dad chaperoned.
Stop it.
Yeah, so my dad used to work at a Kodak factory. Then when Kodak went under, he got made redundant. And because I'd just come out of Mary Poppins, my dad knew it was Jo Hawes, wonderful Jo Hawes,
yeah.
I know. And yeah, he asked if she had any chaperoning work, and he went into Mary Poppins as I left to chaperone Rob Madge.
Oh my God, what
Yeah.
a story. Okay, I'll do one more. Let me find. Okay. This is like Broadway. I feel like this will be too maybe
Go on.
hard. High Society,
Mm,
Dinah,
mm.
1998, AK.
No, I'm not going to get that.
This is an unexpected one.
Mm.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. Pitch Perfect.
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
Ah,
Crazy.
yeah.
1998.
Were you born in 1998?
No, 7.
Oh, God.
I was about to say the year after I was born. I was like, no, read the room. I'm joking. Okay, no, I feel like you're in it again somewhere else. Can I ask you some Heather's questions?
Yeah. Oh, God.
No, you'll get this.
Okay,
You'll
all
get
right.
this.
Will I?
Yeah.
You've got a lot of faith in me.
Yeah. Okay. Or Waitress.
Go Heathers.
No, let's do Waitress.
Oh, no.
Well, let's do both. Okay, fine. We'll do both. Twist my arm. You'll know all of these.
I really hope so.
Okay, I'll do an easy.
I'm sweating. I'm actually
It's
sweating.
all right. It's an easy question. Who played Veronica and JD in the original movie?
In the movie, it was Christian Slater and Winona Ryder.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, here's one about the songs. What do Veronica and JD talk about eating in 17?
They'll bake brownies. And we'll eat some chili fries.
Yes, chili fries. Okay, superfan question. You're going to know all of these.
Oh.
Okay, no, you will. Who wrote the lyrics and book for Heathers?
Oh, it was Kevin Murphy and Larry O'Keefe.
Correct. Which Slow Horses actor played Kurt Kelly in the 2018 production?
Oh, Chris Chung.
Yeah, that was your production.
I love him.
And there's also a little thing about Andy Fickman here.
Is there?
Heathers director Andy Fickman, legend, also directed one of my favourite childhood movies, She's the Man. There's a little fun fact for you there.
He was also an executive producer on Hocus Pocus.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense because it is giving Andy Fickman energy.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Andy Fickman, he loves like Freaky Fridays, 13 going on 30,
Yeah.
like these old school
His
Heathers.
90s movies, yeah.
90s movies.
Well, Heathers 80s, but yeah.
What's going to be next?
Who knows?
We shall see. What other 90s, 80s movies that we think should be made into a musical? Or have we had enough?
See,
films?
I want Practical Magic.
What's that?
Oh, dear God.
Sorry. Is that a crime for Halloween lovers everywhere?
Practical Magic is one of my favourite movies of all time. It's Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman.
Oh, how have I
You
not
have
watched
to watch
this?
it.
Is it a spooky?
Right?
Is it a spooky kooky film?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah,
I need to watch
it's
that.
so good.
Okay, should we do Waitress?
Go on. Oh, God. I'm really
When do you start
nervous.
rehearsals?
February the 23rd. I know.
Waitress is Paige.
If I get all these wrong, they might revoke my role.
You imagine. What is the name of the cafe Jenna works in?
Oh, God, I don't even know that. Literally don't even know that.
Neither do I. Need to check the answer.
Okay, thank God, thank
Oh
God.
no, I've got it. Joe's Pie Diner.
Joe's Pie Diner.
Not me having to check the answers.
Hysterical.
Okay, what does Jenna call her baby daughter?
Lulu.
Correct. You'll get this, Carrie, come on. During She Used to Be Mine, Jenna sings that she's never been attention's...
Sweet Centre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How cute is that?
Honestly, the lyrics and the music to that show are second to none.
Yeah.
Sarah Bareilles is a genius. There's something about the melodies that she writes that are just like,
So
they
gorgeous.
just sound so warm and so like,
Twinkly.
just amazing. I love
We
her.
love her. Right, well, that's Les Miserables. I'm not your Cinderella. I'm your bad Cinderella.
That was an iconic moment.
It really was.
Theatre all round.
I mean, when they announced the Broadway
yeah.
was happening,
Yeah.
that video went super viral.
Yeah.
Were you still in it at the time?
No.
Oh.
No, I was. I don't think I was. No.
So for context, people watching, Carrie played Cinderella in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Bad Cinderella at the Gillian Lynn.
Well, when I did it, it was just called Cinderella.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah.
just Cinderella.
And they changed it for Broadway,
Oh, my gosh.
which was a move.
Yeah.
That was a move.
They fully changed it. For context, the show got cancelled. Is that what we'd be calling it?
Yeah.
The show ended. Closed early. Cancelled. No, the show closed early and everyone found out about it on social media, including the cast. What was that like?
It was interesting because the day that everyone got told after the show, so basically we did the Sunday matinee, which ended at like 5:30. Everyone got called onto stage once the show had finished and got told, and then it got like tweeted by the stage about 25 minutes later.
Right, okay.
So I don't think agents had been informed. It was literally just everyone on the stage. I was not there because I was still recovering from COVID.
Oh.
Yes.
So you weren't there when everyone found out?
No. And I was not officially told by management until 9:30 that evening. So I'd been called by the cast to be like, hey, babe, show's ending June the 12th.
And
Cool.
what date was this that you found out?
May sometime.
Right,
I think it was
so
like May the 1st. It was like super, like, yeah.
That is still quite a lot of time to still do the show when you know.
Yeah, I think it's about 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's quite a long time, I think, to do a show that you know's being
Yeah, I guess
cancelled,
it gave us time to sort of like make the most of
yeah,
the ending.
for sure.
But yeah, the way that, because it wasn't even the way that we found out. It was the fact that they'd cast the show.
I was in the finals for it.
Yeah, they had
Didn't get
recast.
it. Thank God. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
No, maybe that was a
they
blessing in
had-
disguise.
But they had a full cast, like doing wig fittings, doing like costume fittings,
Yeah.
ready to go in, and they all found out by
God.
Twitter.
Yeah, that is awful.
that was rough.
I loved the show.
See, this is the thing. The show was fun.
Yeah.
The show was
I had
really
a great
fun.
time.
And, you know, it wasn't a perfect show, but it was kind of the show that everyone needed after COVID. It was just
Yeah.
fun, a bit flamboyant, a bit
It wasn't
silly.
trying to be
Didn't take itself
Cinderella.
seriously. Nope, didn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
With the wonderful Emerald Fennell as well, who wrote it. It was just an absolute dream. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The stage was epic. Like the whole stage and the seats moved.
it was amazing.
Did it ever go wrong?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I think maybe there was a day when it didn't start at the time that everyone expected it to, but it still went round. There was never a day where
Really?
it didn't go round. Yeah.
I feel like with stuff like that happens, there's so much logistically that could go wrong. What if someone's foot gets stuck, or someone's bag's in the way and it's
My thing was what if someone who's ends up the other side
Needs
needs a
toilet.
wee?
we're always thinking of others.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Because that's something I would do. I'd be like, oh God, I was really earmarking this point in the show to go for a wee, you know what I mean?
Yeah, get up, cross the stage.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, just go for a pee.
Sorry.
That's crazy that didn't go wrong.
Yeah.
Has anything ever gone wrong with Elf?
We've had a couple of show stops, but only technical. We've got a few automated pieces that have just, played up a little bit, but not recently.
I love a showstop.
Yeah.
There's
Although there
something-
was we did have a showstop actually, and I'm going to dob Joel in it.
Oh.
Because he has a snow globe that he gets given by Santa at the beginning of the show that he then gives my character. And he has broken several of these snow globes now.
Are they actual glass?
They are, I think they're just plastic. They're just
Okay.
perspex.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has it, so he gets given it, puts it in his bag, and then he has to fall over in one of the scenes. And every time it hits the floor in the bag, it smashes.
Oh, no.
But there was one day where
Wet
he got
patch.
it out to give it to me, and it just as he did that, the top half of it just came clean out of the base that he was still holding and smashed all over the floor. And of course, then you've got little shards of plastic and glass and water everywhere.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we had to stop the show to clean up the snow globe.
Out of all the things that could go wrong in the show, like the automation,
Yeah,
and,
it's a
everything, and it's because of
plastic
a
snow
snow
I
globe.
know. But then he was about to give it to me.
Yeah.
And that's the whole next little monologue that he's giving me is this snow globe is really special because Santa gave it to me, and it's in pieces on the floor at our feet.
Look after that, will ya?
Yeah.
No, my favourite thing, actually, it's my favourite and my least favourite thing at the same time. It's after a show stop, when the show restarts again.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's the going in, standing in position, and then being 3, 2, 1, go.
It's terrible. And my friend Sam Holmes, who is one of the greatest performers I think I've ever worked with, we just did Calamity Jane together, and he is the best person for having the perfect one-liner to come back into.
Really?
So anytime it happened where I just have to stand awkwardly, I'd be like, Sam, what do I say?
Yeah.
What do I say?
So you just make up a line
Yeah.
and say it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to take that note.
He was amazing at it.
You've got to do something, haven't you?
Yeah, and it
to,
would also
get back
break
into
the
it.
ice and,
Yeah.
the audience would, have a little chuckle and,
Yeah.
feel a little bit oh, the awkwardness is gone because
I think
Sam said something funny.
Yeah, I think it's good when you have that relationship with the audience as well. In 6 months, we had no one on the drums, and we didn't have a Maria on the drums. And obviously, it's a whole part of the show, and they played a pre-recorded stem track. They're called stems. I don't know what that means, but they played that instead of the drums. And they did an announcement for the show that was there is no Maria on the drums for today's performance. We're using a pre-recorded track, but please be aware the rest of the band will be playing live.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they wanted them to be well, if they've got tracks, why are they
Yeah.
even stood there? And they all laughed and chuckled about it. And then when it got to the point where we're give it up for Maria on the drums. And obviously there's no one sat there. We're all trying to have a little with the audience, hey,
Ha,
yeah,
ha, ha,
Maria.
ha,
ooh.
yeah.
I think it's good when you have that
Yeah.
relationship, because otherwise it's with shows that are more lighthearted,
Yeah.
Six and Elf, then it's kind of fine. But
Yeah.
maybe Les Mis wouldn't
Yeah,
be the
maybe
best
not Les
one
Mis,
to
yeah.
be cracking jokes,
Yeah. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah, and they're all crying. Something about Les Mis, bum, bum, tears. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because it's the first note. That's actually, I've got it written in my book. Hold on.
What do you mean? What are you about to tell me?
Don't tell me it's wrong. Carrie Hope Fletcher. Oh my gosh. Okay. The first chord played in Les Mis is a D minor chord, which in classical music is often called the saddest key.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the dun. I don't know if that's the right key. Pitch perfect.
It would be amazing if it was. There was one night, talk about showstops, there was one night where the keys that play dun dun bum dum ba bum, the bum ba bum bim was a semitone out. Someone had accidentally hit the transpose button on those keys, so it went bum 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 ba bum, and it was out for a good 8 bars.
Oh,
yeah, and so we had
no.
to stop
They
the
were
show
like,
like the show's not even
"Look
started.
down, look
Curtain's not
down."
even gone up. Had to stop the show, fix the keys, and then start again.
That's mental.
Yeah.
It's like the smallest thing, like tiny semitone, and it ruins the whole show.
Yeah. We could talk
Carrie
forever.
Hope Fletcher, we could talk forever. It's been such an honour having you on here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining me. You can catch Carrie in Elf until the
January the 3rd.
3rd. I was going to say the 5th. January the 3rd. Carrie, Joel, and all the rest of the incredible cast. So make sure you go and check them out at the Aldwych Theatre. And you can like and comment and follow this podcast if you want. Please do.
And you should.
And thank you so much for watching.